Hey adventurers, so today is going to be another book review. This is for Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton. I had a hard time writing this review because I don't really know what to say about Jurassic Park. There's so much about this book that has already been said, so much that's already known about this book because of things like the movie. And so it was a very hard one for me to write a review for. Nevertheless, I'm going to try and give somewhat of a review that I think captures some of my thoughts well enough to actually be worth watching. Of course, this is a science fiction book. It's about dinosaurs, it's a thriller, and it's also a horror. I didn't think about it being a horror until I watched Mike's Book Review's review on this book, and I actually had to write it to get my thoughts flowing about this book again so that I could actually write a review. I had to watch a review for it. And so I watched his review and he mentioned that yes, this is very much a horror book. So that is my introduction to my review. Right here I will quickly say, if you guys enjoy what you're seeing from an Erudite adventure, we would love it if you would like and comment and subscribe and let us know your thoughts on the channel and on the videos and everything like that. Now we will get back into this review and go right on through. I still haven't read a ton of sci-fi at this point. I've read far more now than I had at the beginning of this year, but this is a very well-loved book, not to mention the movie is phenomenal as well. So I knew what I was kind of what I was getting into when I started reading this. That being said, as much as I loved the movie, the book was better, unsurprisingly. The movie is a great adaptation. There are definitely some changes here and there, but it still can't compare. I loved this book. Now that my gushing is out of the way, I'll get into the actual review. So this book is, as probably everyone knows, about a science experiment where there's an attempt to bring dinosaurs back. From there it is a wild ride of terror, survival, dinosaurs, and an experiment gone wrong. What could have been this amazing idea is so much more terrifying than anyone could have thought, simply because nobody truly knew what to expect. I loved getting to see these characters from the book and especially how they compared to their movie adaptations. It's kind of hard for me not to make this review a bit of a comparison between the book and the movie just because I know the movie so well, and the book I've only read once, and so it's kind of, I have to compare them just because I can't not compare them, but I will do my best not to, or to keep the comparisons to a minimum as much as possible. From the beginning, you see the complexity of the story, from the way that Hammond is treating the park to the way every side character does and interacts with things. Their decisions make sense and align with the character that has been written for them. But none of the characters feel one-dimensional. They all feel like actual people. A good part of this story is just experiencing the dinosaurs, either through the eyes of the characters or else being right there and seeing how they interact. This is another thing, and I purposely didn't write this down in my review, but I'm going to mention it anyways. This is part of the wonder and the reason why these movies are so well loved is because you experience dinosaurs and they feel real. But so much of the greatness of this book is in the themes and ideas. The ideas of things like never stopping to ask if you should do something, just doing it because you can, never stopping to ask if you should. Also of chaos theory, which is more or less, and this is very, very simplified version of it, more or less the idea that everything that can go wrong will go wrong. It's also very much a man versus nature, but also man versus technology, and nature versus technology, and kind of those 3 points of this theme triangle that all play into each other and how they interact. What happens if the technology fails? These are the types of themes that this story focuses on, and what do we learn? Well, we learn that mankind is smart, but they're also dumb. For everything that we think we figure out, there's always something that can happen, and you'd better have a plan for it. And this book is all about them not having the plan in place, or at all. I also very much like Crichton's writing style. It was super smooth and easy to get into. I listened to the audiobook for it, and it was very, very good audiobook. The pacing was very good too. You get right into the story, and it goes and goes until the book ends. You never feel like it's just meandering or taking its time. You always feel like, okay, this is necessary to keep the plot moving, even when it's a slower moment. It's definitely a great book, and I can't wait to read The Lost World at some point. But that will have to wait probably until next year. I'm hoping to get to it fairly early next year, but it will have to wait for a little while at least. Anyways, that is my review for Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton. Hopefully you were able to find something in this review that was useful, because I don't have a lot of things to say about this book, especially things that haven't already been said. So, thank you guys for watching an Erudite Adventure. We post videos every Monday and Thursday, and our social media is linked in the description down below. We will see you guys again soon. Stay warm.